Have you ever felt like something was trying to tell you something, but you just brushed it off? A strange delay that kept you from leaving the house, only to later find out something dangerous happened where you were headed. A friend suddenly reaching out to you just when your heart was breaking, or a verse from the Quran that hit you like it was written just for you. These aren't coincidences, these are signs. But the question is, are you paying attention? Allah is always speaking to us, not in voices, but in signs, in heartbreak and healing, in the people He removes, in the doors that slam shut, and the ones that open without you even knocking. But we rush, we doubt, we move on, and we miss the message. This is not just a story, it's a wake-up call. Because perhaps you've been asking Allah for a sign all along, and maybe this is it. Have you ever begged Allah for a sign? In the dead of the night, in sujood, crying silently while the world slept around you? Have you whispered, Ya Allah, just show me something, anything. I'm tired, I'm confused, I don't know which way to go anymore. We all reach moments in life where we feel lost, when the weight of the dunya feels unbearable, where the tests never seem to stop, a closed door here, a betrayal there, a dream slipping through your fingers. And in those moments, something inside us yearns, not just for change, but for clarity. We want a sign, a light, a whisper from the unseen that tells us, this is the right path, keep going. And yet, we often miss it, not because the signs aren't there, but because our hearts are too distracted to see them, our ears too clouded to hear, our souls too weighed down to feel. Allah tells us in the Quran, indeed, in that are signs for a people who give thought. Surah Aram, Surah number 30, ayat number 21. Signs are all around us. But are we among those who give thought? Today, we're going on a journey through hardship, through divine intervention, through the eyes of someone who was broken, but who finally began to see. A journey that might just mirror your own, one that might open your eyes to the signs you've been missing all along. She was exhausted, the kind of exhaustion that no sleep could fix, the kind that seeped into the bones and made the soul heavy. Her name was Maryam, and for the past 2 years, her life had been a series of unanswered prayers. She prayed for her marriage to heal. It didn't. She prayed for her father's illness to go away. It worsened. She prayed for stability, and instead she was laid off. She still prayed, every day. She still wore her hijab, still made dhikr, still cried in tahajjud. But in her heart, a quiet question kept echoing. Where are you, Ya Allah? Why does it feel like you're silent? She would walk outside, forcing a smile at the neighbors, holding back tears in grocery stores, pretending everything was okay. But inside, her faith was flickering. Until one night, she broke. After Fajr, with the sky still dark and her heart even darker, she sat on her prayer mat and whispered, just give me a sign. Please. Anything. I don't need things to change. I just need to know you see me, that you're still with me. And that day, something happened. Not a miracle, but a moment. She found an old Quran tucked away in a drawer, the one her father used to read to her when she was a child. She opened it randomly, her fingers trembling, her heart aching, and her eyes fell on this verse, and we are nearer to him than his jugular vein. Surah Kaf, Surah number 50, ayat number 16. And she froze. Was nearer than my jugular vein. Was this a coincidence? Was this the sign? That verse lingered in her mind for days. She began seeing things differently. The birds outside her window every morning, her mother's gentle smile despite all the pain. A random video online where the speaker said, sometimes the test is the sign. It all began to make sense. She remembered how the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah wants to do good to someone. He afflicts him with trials. Bukhari. And suddenly, she wasn't angry anymore. She realized that what she thought was Allah being silent was actually Allah responding, not in her way, but in His way. Each loss was redirecting her. Each heartbreak was protecting her. Each delay was a mercy she didn't recognize yet. She began journaling, writing down every moment that felt like a sign, the dua she made for guidance, and then, 2 days later, receiving a message from an old friend who guided her toward a Quran study group. The night she cried for healing, and the next day her doctor called to say her father's treatment was finally working. Tiny moments, simple things, but all carried the weight of divine response. She began to understand that signs weren't always loud. They weren't always obvious, but to a heart that is open, even the wind can carry a message from Allah. It was a cold Friday afternoon. Maryam was walking to Jum'ah, something she hadn't done in months. Her depression had made her isolate. But today, something pulled her out. She entered the masjid, sat quietly. The khutbah began, and the khatib said, sometimes when Allah loves you, He doesn't answer your dua with what you want. He answers it with what you need. Or He doesn't always give clarity in your timeline because He's building your faith in the unseen. Maryam's tears wouldn't stop. That was her. That was her life. That was the answer she had been searching for. Later that day, she opened the Quran again. And this verse found her, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Surah Ashar 94:6. But she noticed something for the first time. The verse says, with and hardship, not after, which means the ease was already there. She had just been too focused on the pain to see it. Her signs had always been there, in the comfort of a kind stranger, in the quiet strength of her mother, in the simple joy of a sunset, in the inner peace she felt after Salah. The signs were always there, because Allah was always there. Sometimes we look for signs in lightning bolts, in dreams, in miracles. But we miss the signs Allah places gently, right in front of us. We forget that even delays can be a sign, that even pain can be a sign, that the people who leave, the jobs we lose, the plans that fall apart, all of it can be Allah guiding us gently away from what would harm us and toward what will heal us. Allah says in the Quran, and whoever relies upon Allah then He is sufficient for him. Indeed, Allah will accomplish His purpose. Surah At-Talaq, Surah number 65, ayat number 3. Do we trust that? Do we truly believe that whatever sign we are searching for, whatever answer we're desperate to hear, Allah has already written it with perfect wisdom? Maybe your unanswered dua is the greatest mercy. Maybe your broken heart is making room for deeper faith. Maybe this video, this moment, is the very sign you asked for. Remember, Allah is never silent, but sometimes we're too loud inside to hear Him. So pause, reflect, or look again. Because the signs, they're already around you. You just have to start noticing them. You're not forgotten. Even if you feel like the world has passed you by, even if you feel unseen, unheard, unloved, Allah sees you. He knows the whispers of your heart. He hears the du'as you make when you can't even speak. He knows the tears you wipe away before anyone notices, and He is sending you signs, sometimes in the form of trials, sometimes through unexpected people, and sometimes through a video like this. Don't ignore the signs. Don't harden your heart to the whispers of the divine. Instead, turn back to Him, cry to Him, beg Him for clarity, for comfort, for closeness, and know with certainty that He will respond. Call upon me, I will respond to you. Surah Ghafir, Surah number 40, ayat number 60. Let's make a dua together, Ya Allah. For every heart listening right now, grant them clarity in confusion. Grant them peace in their chaos. Grant them hope in their darkness. Let them see the signs you are sending and guide them toward what's best. Strengthen their faith, soften their hearts. Allow them to trust your timing, even when they don't understand it. And Ya Rab, never let us be among those who are blind to your mercy. Ameen. And remember, sometimes the sign you've been asking for isn't in a change of situation. It's in a change of perspective.